Hey everyone, it's Mila TT and welcome back to my itty bitty channel. So today we are going to be doing a date night slash Valentine's Day makeup look for those of you that celebrate Valentine's Day. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. This is definitely last minute. I'm actually filming this on the day of Valentine's Day. I did a video yesterday and I didn't like it, honestly, so I just scrapped it and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna start over. We're gonna do this all over again, and we're also going to include one of my favorite natural hairstyles, which you'll see at the end of this video if you'd like to stay tuned. So let's go ahead and get started. I went on ahead and did my brows off camera, but I did link my latest brow tutorial in the description box below if you want to check that out. I'm going to start with my primer, and of course this is my go-to as of late. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. So I wanted to make this look as affordable as possible. The majority of the products I'm using will be really affordable, and I made sure that everything was also available as well. And I'm using some of my favorite like OG brands. I'm gonna start with one of my favorite drugstore foundations, which is the Revlon Color Stay Foundation. I'm in the shade 400 Caramel. I like this because one, it's a perfect shade match. There's amazing coverage, full coverage, because that's what we're going for today. Take a foundation brush and apply that. At first I was gonna do like a really soft, subtle, like lash free tutorial. But I didn't like it, and it was just one of those days where nothing was turning out right. I didn't like the lighting, and then I felt like my makeup wasn't showing on camera. I was like, you know what, we're just gonna sleep on it, because I started kind of late, and we're just gonna start over again. But like I mentioned, this doesn't necessarily have to be for Valentine's Day. This can just be for any date night, any night out, whether it's with your significant other or your close friends. Considering we're in a pandemic, it can be a nice virtual look, virtual date night or girls night or whatever. Now that our foundation is on, we're gonna move to our concealer. And I decided to pull out an OG concealer. This is one of my favorites, especially when I first got into makeup. And I'm someone, as much as I love trying new makeup, there's a lot of brands that I feel like are still great, and they're looked over because there are so many products and brands out right now. But we're gonna use a concealer by LA Girl. If y'all remember this concealer and how it circulated all over social media, you guys know this was the concealer for quite some time. I still purchase it because it's one of my favorite go-tos. We're just gonna take some of that under the eye here, and of course the usual down the nose, the chin, a little bit on the top lip, and the forehead. My trusty beauty sponge, and we're gonna blend that out. So now that we have our concealer on, we're gonna go ahead and set with a powder. And of course, you guys know lately I've been using my Fenty Beauty powder in the shade Honey, and we're gonna do a little bit of baking for this look because we really want our makeup to be long lasting. Just gonna press that everywhere we put our concealer. And because this powder sets pretty well, we're only gonna let it sit for just a moment. If you're an oily girl like me, make sure you get your forehead. And because of my smile lines, I'm gonna go ahead and put some over that area too. So if you look crazy like this, we're gonna go ahead and dust that powder away. So as soon as I get done putting it on, because this sets really well, we're gonna turn around and dust it off with a clean fluffy brush. And I also, as I dust it away, I go across my lids as well because I do have oily lids. And I'm also taking the time to like brush it along my entire face and just set everything. So now that we're done with the powder, we're gonna put some shape back into our face, warm the face up as well as a little bit of a contour. So I'm gonna take another one of my favorite affordable brands, which is e.l.f. And we're gonna use the bronzer palette. This one is in the deep bronzer collection, so it's for deeper skin tones. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. For me, I don't care, like I'll use bronzer all year long. It doesn't have to be a summer thing. I just really like how it warms my face up. And I'm just gonna take a tapered fluffy brush like this one, and we're gonna go right along the cheek areas. And I hope you guys can see like how it starts to warm up each side of the face. And I prefer using fluffy brushes when I do this because it gives it a nice soft look versus like an actual contour brush that can just kind of stick it in one spot. Warm up along the temples. I try to focus the bronzer just on my temples because my forehead is really not that big, so I don't want to make it any smaller than what it is. Warm up the jawline. If you hear noise in the background, it's my heater. It is currently 27 degrees where I'm at, and it gets really cold in here really quickly, so I'm trying to stay warm. So next we're gonna go ahead and shape out our nose, and I think I'm gonna work with this lighter shade because I don't want my contour to look too harsh. I'm just taking a flat brush like this, and I'm just gonna go, I like to focus it along the sides of the tip of my nose first to get that nice and defined. And you can use any small brush to really focus on this area, and then I take it under and along the top just to give it like a nice lift, and then I work my way up the sides of the bridge of my nose. This is what we got going on so far. Now for the fun part, we're gonna move on to the eyeshadow. So let me get the camera a little bit closer so you guys can see. I was going through all my eyeshadows and I was like, what's a nice affordable palette that I really like that I can use today? So I went back to one of my favorite brands, NYX Cosmetics. This is their Perfect Filter palette. They have 3 of these, and this one is the Rustic Antique palette, and I thought it was perfect for a cute date night. I decided to go for the usual pink and red because I just wanted to do something fun. And these are the colors, and we're really gonna play around with the pink, this nice shimmery like reddish pink, maybe a little bit of this deep kind of burgundy reddish color. So my camera cut off because I apparently ran out of storage. I'm glad it didn't cut off too far. So we're gonna go ahead and warm up the eye as I was doing before. We're just gonna take a nice soft brown and go back and forth into the crease for a nice transition. Warm up the other side. I'm gonna take this small eyeshadow brush and I'm gonna dip it into this nice rosy pink right here, and this is gonna be our base color. Take it up into the crease, but not so much as to take away from that transition. I'm gonna go back and take that brush we used earlier, and I'm gonna use that to soften up the top. I'm gonna take this really flat shadow brush and I'm gonna dip the tip of it into that same color, and we're gonna go ahead and apply that to the bottom this time. And I went back to clean that brush off a little bit. So I'm gonna take that same flat brush and we're gonna play around with this pretty shimmery rose color here, and we're going to put that in the center of our eye along the middle here, just to give us a nice shimmery glow. I'm recording with my phone as I always do, and I feel like it doesn't do this any justice. It's really pretty up close. So the next thing we're going to do is play with a little bit of liner, and this is from Rimmel London. This is their Scandal Eyes 24-hour liner, and it is a black eyeliner. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this really small angled brush, and I'm going to dip it into the tip of the pencil, because it's actually a really creamy product. And I'm going to do a little bit of a liner. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I don't do liner often, but I'm kind of freestyling this. So I think it would be really cute to do a liner, a little bit of a liner for this look. And I'm just gonna take it and very carefully just smudge along the lash line here. Now we're going to prep ourselves for lashes. I'm just taking my classic Maybelline Great Lash Mascara just to put on a few coats so that they can blend into my false lashes. So for my lashes, I'm taking these faux mink lashes from a brand called Valentine I found on Amazon. I'll link them down below. I think these are perfect for any makeup look, if you just want something natural, or it has like just enough of a dramatic look to it without overshadowing the eye look. But I'm gonna go ahead and put these on off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the lashes are on, and as you can see, it really pulls the look together. I'm trusting the process. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara onto my bottom lashes just to really make them stand out. Give it that like baby doll look that I really like. So I'm actually gonna take my Fenty Beauty highlighter in Girl Next Door and Chic Freak. These are nice, pretty, like rosy champagne shades, which I think would be pretty suitable for this look. And I'm gonna put it in the inner corner. Do people still highlight their inner corners? Because I like how it looks, depending on what it is I'm trying to do. I think it's really pretty. We're gonna play around with another product that I don't use too often, but I felt was pretty suitable for this look. We're gonna go in with a blush palette, and this is from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is their powder blush palette, and this is the dark collection, so it's for deeper skin tones. And I honestly want to be a little bit bold and play with a little bit of these two. I'm gonna like lightly dip back and forth into these two colors right here, and I'm just going to use the same brush that I bronzed with. So let's just see. I'm kind of scared because I'm not really a blush girl. I love it on other girls, but for me it's like and I'm just going to take it back along the same way that I bronzed. A tip that I learned is you want to pull it back. For girls that have rounder faces like me, you want to pull it back with your bronzer, because if you put it just directly on the apples of your cheeks, it'll make your face even rounder. So unless you like that kind of look, you can do that, but I'm just going to pull it back right along the bronzer here and go across the nose and just give it like a cute little flushed effect. I think it's really, really cute. Now we're going to take that same highlighter and actually highlight our face this time, and I always mix the two together. So we're just going to swipe our highlighter brush and go ahead and hit the high points of the face. Small, soft circular motions until I get that glow that I want. And of course, my usual spots. So before we move on to the lips and the hair, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with my Milk Hydro Grip Spray. Now we're gonna move on to the lips. I love a good red lip. Any chance I can take to put on a red lip, I will use it. So we're going to use a couple of more affordable products from NYX Cosmetics, and this is their lip pencil in the shade Cabaret. It's a really pretty deep red, and I'm going to line and fill in my lips with this color, and then I'm going to go over top with their NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Amsterdam. So this is what the final look came out to be. I don't know what's up with me. Like I can never talk when I'm on camera. So this is the final look. So now we're gonna go ahead and get started on our hair. As you can see, let me push this back a little bit. My hair is currently up in this pineapple. This is how I slept with it. And I decided to do my hair on camera because I don't do it that often. Actually, I hardly ever do my hair on camera. So I want to do one of my favorite natural looks, which is like this cute pent up look with the bangs in the front. So what I like to do is just soften my hair up a little bit with some water. So I'm taking this spray bottle and I'm just going to go ahead and spray a little bit, especially around the edges where it's been up in a scarf all night. And what this will help do is just kind of loosen it up a little bit so I can shape it out the way that I want to, especially in the front. Once I do that, I'm going to leave the front out and I'm going to pin up along the sides and the back. And one of my favorite things I like to do or use are these nice combs here. I've had these combs forever and they honestly don't even match, but we're gonna make it work. But these are what they look like, and I just go ahead and I push it up in the back the way that I want to along the sides, and I usually start with the side first. So I'm gonna hold it up and I'm going to push the comb into the side here. I'm just gonna go around with it until I get it how I want. So I'm pushing it up in the back, and I'm gonna take it along the other side. And if you have any stubborn pieces that might want to pop out like in between, you can definitely secure those with bobby pins. And then I'm gonna fluff it along the front. And you can play with it how you want to. I'm gonna do a turn so you guys can see. They're pushed in to where you can't really see them, or at least you shouldn't be able to see them. So this is the final look with the hair and the makeup. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I just want to take the time out to say thank you for watching my videos, for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, and all that good stuff. There's so many people on this platform, and for you guys to take time out to watch my videos, it really means a lot. It's not easy coming on camera as much as I love to do makeup, but I really appreciate that you guys take the time out to watch my content. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. And of course, there will be more content in the future. I will be posting every Sunday around 7. This video will most likely be out a little bit early just to kind of stay ahead of Valentine's Day a little bit, even though it's still last minute. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.